Hello guys, welcome to our Azure Learning YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to see how we can automate the VM backup in a Azure site recovery. Okay, that's what today we're gonna see. So I already have a virtual machine. So this is something called the VM1, which I created earlier. I think 6 hours before I have created this one. Um, so now we need to configure the recovery service vault. Okay, so that recovery service vault, why we are creating that recovery service vault? See, the purpose is there we can keep the all backup files. Okay, so that is literally to keep all the backup files. So I'm just going to create the recovery service vault. So just search it like recovery service vault. It would come in front. That we can create first. Okay, so I already had a site recovery. Sorry, I already have a recovery site recovery service vault which I created for um, disaster recovery, but I'm just going to create the new one. Okay, now it's loading. So here we need to tell the resource group. Um, this is my resource group which I created. I know here only our VM is there, so that I'm just taking. So if you are just going to do the scheduled backup, you can keep the site recovery, you can keep the recovery service vault in a same region. But if you are going to do the disaster recovery setup, so try to keep this recovery service vault in a different location. So in that dr side in the time of dr setup, if you're gonna keep this recovery service vault in the same location of your primary site, means you cannot enable the dr for your VM. Okay, so that's the only drawback. So try to in that particular time you can have this in a different location, but we are just going to do the scheduled backup, right? So just for us, for scheduled backup, it can be in a same region, it won't throw any issue. So I'm just giving it like my vault is going to be the name, and redundancy I'm just giving it like local redundancy. Okay, because I'm not going to pick the high end, because some credits issue would come. And encryption, it's a demo purpose, right? So that I'm just taking the LRS. And encryption, okay, it can use the Microsoft default key, I'm not going to use the custom key. And go to the vault properties, enable immutability. After the site recovery service vault, I just wanted to edit some properties here, so I'm just skipping this option. Okay, if I'm gonna enable app post creation of recovery service vault, I couldn't edit. And it can be accessible by all network. Okay, so then go to tags, and sorry, go to tags, and we can review and create it. That's it. Okay, so now we initiated the creation. Inside this recovery service vault, we need to configure the backup policy, which means backup goal we need to tell. Okay, so many scheduled options are there, like a daily basis we can do the scheduling, and you know weekly basis we can do the scheduling. And also here, two type of policy you can create. One is standard, another one is enhanced. If you are going to pick the enhanced, there some high amount of bill would come. Okay, because per day that would take multiple backups. Some advanced features are there, but in standard per day you can keep only one backup. Okay, weekly one backup, weekly twice, like that you can create it. So let me show you. So this one is under creation. Mhm. And this resource group, or this VM, this recovery service vault also would comes under the same resource group. Generally recovery service vault won't take much time. Okay, so it would take only 2 to 3 minutes, so we need to wait like that. Yeah, see, now it comes. So now we are ready to enable the scheduled backup. So let's go to my resource here in this my vault property. So enable site recovery, enable backup. Okay, so this one we are not going to enable now. Okay, so this will see in the upcoming part. So now I'm just going to enable this backup only. And also you can find the backup items. So far, how many backups it has, those details you can find over here. So now I'm just going to configure the backup policy. Okay, so hourly, log backup, and then the default policy, enhanced policy, some backups options are there. Now I'm just going to tell the source VM. See, this is my I'm just going to do backup for VM. Okay, so if you are not comfortable with the VM, I just wanted to do schedule to backup with SQL Server or Azure files, or else this product means you can select it. So let's initiate the backup. See, enhanced and then standard. Enhanced means, see, these options and all would come over. Standard means these are all the things would come. Okay, so coming to the backup policy, this is the default policy, but we can edit it. Just go to the option. Yeah, it comes, and then here the frequency. Okay, so daily, time, and then time zone. So here you can pick two only, daily and weekly. I'm just taking weekly. Okay, so I just plan to take a backup on weekends, week offs, because I'm not going to take backup on business days, because developers would work on the server. So I'm just going to take backup on every Saturday, um 8 p.m., which is good. Hmm? And I'm just taking the Indian time. Hmm. Yeah, and then retention instance recovery. So it's a weekly one. So must we need to give 5, and see, retention of daily backup point is not configured because it's a weekly backup. So here this we can retrieve backup for maximum 12 weeks. Um, okay, so our policy looks good. I can select it, and here we need to tell the VM. Here we need to define the VM. So far I'm just having only one VM, so that I'm just selecting here. Just click it. Okay, so now that validation process is going on. Yeah, that's one. That one is done. So now we can enable the backup. Yeah, see, here we have enabled the scheduled backup. This one would take few minutes. um okay, see, the deletion policy got configured. See, that backup item that also got accepted. So only few more minutes it would take. Okay, this one can take, this one would take some time. um so generally, if you are going to delete this right site recovery, sorry, recovery service vault, you need to follow a huge procedure to delete. For example, if I'm not going to try, I'm not going to delete this. I'm just going to show you. See, use manual delete and then PowerShell script. See, our backup also got enabled. Go to the manual deletion. See here, I need to check the vault properties, and sorry, I need to change the vault properties. I need to backup. I need to stop backup and then delete the protected items, and then I need to clean up association of server and storages. So like I need to follow many steps to delete if I'm manually going to remove this recovery service vault. So for that, generally for deletion, you can go with this PowerShell script, which is recommended. Okay, you can easily download the script, and also just you are literally going to execute one simple command in this PowerShell interface. Then that PowerShell would delete. Then that PowerShell command would delete this recovery service vault. Okay, you cannot directly delete this recovery service vault in the portal. If you wanted to do manual deletion, you need to follow these procedures. To avoid those complexity, you can use this PowerShell script. Okay, so our scheduled backup got enabled, so we can go there. Yeah, so we are in the resource. Go to the backup items. Here we can find the backup item. See, Azure Virtual Machine 1. Okay, see that backup is done. So that next backup would start on next Saturday. Okay, sorry, this Saturday. Okay, so this is the way, guys, to the scheduled backup for our customers, and those things and all we'll see. Hmm? Okay, so thank you everyone. See you in the next video.